Welcome back to another episode of the Mythic Draft Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ron, and I'm enjoying this beautiful Smarch weather.
Yeah, Monday it was 25 when I got to work, and today
Yes.
it's 72.
Yeah.
But you're getting rain, aren't you?
We're getting rain. It looks like we're getting rain through basically next week.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, it's supposed to start raining here like tonight into tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
we went camping this weekend, and it went from 66 degrees to 24 degrees.
Oof.
We woke up. Now, luckily, it didn't matter because Sunday we were packing up and leaving anyways. But I woke up Sunday and we're going to cook breakfast, out of the campfire and do all that stuff.
It was too cold to start a fire.
It was too cold to start a fire. It was so windy and cold. I was like, nah, we can just eat breakfast on the road.
Yeah.
And
your poor wife, but I need to cook the eggs. No, you don't. Eat the egg.
My poor friends, because they went car camping, so they had a lot more stuff to, like I have to push a button.
Yeah.
Push another button. Disconnect the hose. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
They're like packing up bags and taking out tents and tarps, and I'm like, I'll help, but it's cold out here.
Yeah. You're looking outside laughing at the peasants.
Yeah. Look at them. It's dancing in the street. But this will be an April podcast, so maybe it'll be warmer by then.
No. This will be the last Monday in March.
Oh, next month?
27th.
Right.
Yeah. 4 more days.
4 more days, and then
wasn't always like March in like a lion, out like a lamb,
right?
Or something like that. There's all
March
those weird
showers
things.
bring April showers, which bring May showers. I believe.
Yeah,
it's just it's fine. Yesterday it was 66 degrees, and I played disc golf.
Nice.
I went for a 2-hour bike ride, so
it was still a little chilly here and windy, so.
It's a little windy, a little breezy, but
yeah.
Once you got into the woods, it was fine.
Yeah, what is the cutoff between breezy and windy?
Well, I could tell you. Saturday we went to Cape May on the ferry, and we went to walk down between the decks, and you have to like walk outside.
Yeah.
And when you couldn't walk down the steps because the wind was pushing you back up the steps, that's windy.
Okay. Well, that can make sense.
Yeah. That's my cutoff.
Yeah. Stupid wind.
It's fine. Just get slowing my progress down and get back in bike shape. Of course, the Salisbury Fire Department, we like to do everything to Ron Wismer in his winter fat months. SCBA research, let's do that in March when nobody's been working out.
Have you done yours yet?
I just did mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're going to do ours Tuesday with the new guy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah.
Now we did ours Monday when I got back.
Cool. Yeah, last year when I did it, I had a panic attack halfway through. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen again.
Oh, that's no fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. Yeah. Felt like I couldn't breathe, and I had a mask on my face, and yeah.
That's no bueno.
Yeah.
We did ours. And it's my own fault because with getting EPAs done and other stuff done, just didn't get stuff done.
Yeah.
And so we just had this pile of stuff to do Monday. It just ends up that way every year, it seems like.
Yeah.
Because I'm bad at time management, sure, but we're running calls, so it's hard to manage 3 times sometimes.
It is. Yeah, they should give the officers you should be able to come in for 8 hours one day and just work on EPAs.
It would be super helpful.
Yeah, something I'll pitch.
Knock them out.
Yeah.
Or just let me do them at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just sit at your house.
Yeah. But and give you compensation for it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I can't do it for free.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy doing them anyways.
Yeah. Did you do the new one?
Did the new one.
It's not horrible.
It's fine. It feels very, and this is something, don't insult any of the listeners, but it feels very corporate.
Yes, it does.
And I had already delivered half of mine, and I was like, this is the new form. This has very little to do with our jobs. This is all buzzwords and keywords. And
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole category on there on how do you not steal money from the city.
Yeah.
It's like, well, at your job level, you're not really stealing money at the job.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the big thing we have to watch out for is people hoarding the toilet paper, because the city gets the best toilet paper on earth. So everybody wants to steal it and take it home with them.
There are two things I don't understand in the world. You buy cheap toilet paper, which means people have to use more toilet paper.
Yeah.
And you buy those cheap brown foldable paper towels that you have to use 7 paper towels to
and they aren't the right
one.
size for the container.
No.
So is when sometimes you'll get 1, sometimes you'll get 50.
Yep.
So the toilet paper. Oh yeah. So I figured this out today. The toilet paper on the admin side is worse than the operation side.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. What? Ours is like single ply wax paper.
Who's buying separate? Oh, because you have the cleaning lady.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, I just saw her today. I should have punched her in her head.
I bet they're using their toilet paper instead of the department's.
Oh, we gotta change that. Yeah. Yeah, because I just happened to be on the other side today, and I was like, I'll partake in one of these restrooms. I was like, what is this delightful paper?
Oh, yeah, it's so delightful.
Yeah, it's better than what we have.
Sure. But the paper towels are so bad, and they've always been bad.
Yeah.
We just keep buying them.
Yeah.
We'll buy them.
Yeah. I don't know why we don't go to one of those things that, like, you pull a sheet, and it just gunk, and then the next sheet comes out a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
One day.
Or absorbent paper. I mean, our paper towels are so not absorbent.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you put it in a puddle of water and it just kind of floats on top.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem, though. They're so thin, there's nothing to absorb.
True. Well, and they're also made of, I'm assuming, cardboard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's the thin part of cardboard that they shaved off.
Right. Yeah. Making all those Amazon boxes, they're like, oh, we got extra scraps.
We'll send them to the fire department.
They'll use those to clean up windows and leave streaks everywhere.
Gosh, yeah.
People do not understand our daily struggle trying to clear the window. First off, every maniac who comes in the Salisbury Fire Department decides to open the doors with their hands on the glass.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't understand what you people are doing on a daily basis. If I saw somebody
do that, I would yell at them.
I never see them do it. That's the thing that drives me nuts, is I never see anyone do it.
So they wait for you to go to bed at night, and then they
just put their hands all over the windows. It's crazy. It looks like the radio room at our station looks like somebody was getting murdered and trying to reach up the glass.
The hand trails slowly down.
Yeah. What? Why are you touching glass on your daily basis?
Yeah.
It's just, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, and then you have the people that they'll clean the glass with a towel, which that's fine, but they won't look to see which towel they get. So they'll get the one that's still like greasy and gritty, or they'll take one that still has wax on it or something, and then it just looks like somebody rubbed their butt against the window. Yeah,
it's...
And we used to make fun of the guys that were like, these are the towels for the tires. These are the towels for the side. But you know what? They had a point.
It's true. They did have a point. Somebody at Station 1 has ate the squeegees for wiping down the apparatus. I don't know what they've done with them.
Wait, you wipe down the apparatus? You don't use a leaf blower?
No, we don't use a leaf blower. Why would we use a leaf blower?
Oh, God, it bothers me so much.
But someone has ate at the squeegees.
Ooh.
And
write up a request, but put it in a Post-it note and leave it on.
But my firefighter looked at me and said, well, what are we going to do? How are we going to drive the engine? I'm like, well, we still have towels. Like, towels still work. Like, it's just the squeegees make it easier.
Yeah.
What's wrong with people?
How do we try it now?
Right.
Boss, I don't understand. Do we turn the heat all the way up?
Just drive around the block real fast.
Yeah. God. They're out there with like a little spatula from the kitchen.
It was like the saddest person I've ever seen talk about, like, I don't know how to drive an engine anymore. It's like, it's just a towel.
Well, it's like today, C Shift was doing their consumption drill, And I was out there talking to him. I just got done cleaning the bikes, and what was it? Oh, B-16 got put on for a reported non-breathing, and half of the crew was still like, they were like halfway done their consumption drill.
Sure.
And one of the people in the BLS box was like, "Oh, I'll jump on, no problem." I was like, "I got it. I'm here. I'll take the call." They're like, "Can you do that?" I was like, "I think I still know how to ride an ambulance."
Well,
And then the notes were all screwed up. The first line of the note said, "Cardiac arrest was just witnessed or just occurred." The line right below it, caller states, "Cold in a warm environment, bad smell. Last seen a week ago." It's like,
huh.
these two things do not match.
No, unless there's two patients.
No, it wasn't. No. And it was option B. Yeah.
Option B.
Oh, yeah. When we got there, as soon as they opened the door, I was like, yep, ready for.
Yep. Yeah. That's something you'll never.
Yeah. And then, I was like, "I'll do the report." They're like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, I'm trying to help and be nice to you people. If you don't want me to, that's fine. Golly day.
Yeah, it's fair. Look, they're just respecting their elders and making sure us old people are fed our applesauce and sat down in the corners.
Yeah.
They know. Just put on those white shirts and do your knitting and
do my knitting.
Sit in the corner.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I was cleaning the bikes. I got a little bit of grease on on the arm of my shirt, and somebody was like, "Oh, do you need me to get you? Do you want like a throwdown blue shirt for right now? Do you want me to get you another shirt?" And I'm like, "I'm fine. This is good." And then somebody else was like, "Oh, I don't know. That shirt might be ruined." And Phip across the way says, "Do you do his laundry? I don't think you need to be in this conversation."
They're just looking out for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Looking out.
They're just concerned.
Yeah, concerned citizen.
Look, they start seeing Chiefs work. They're like, "Oh crap, we got to do something."
Yeah.
That's step one.
Yeah. So are you all caught up on The Mandalorian?
I am all caught up on The Mandalorian.
So you watched last night's?
I watched last night's.
Oh, so good.
I watched Jar Jar be redeemed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was very nice.
Yeah. I don't understand why the armorer made that giant shield for his belly.
Right. The rondelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Maybe she thinks he's going to be bigger. I got news for you, lady. He's not.
Well, I mean, he's going to be a little bigger.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean,
Paz Vizsla has a son.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
It's fine. How do they do it with their helmets on? But,
Yeah, hey. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't a Mandalorian he was with. Who knows?
Sure. I'm starting to really like what they're doing with Bo-Katan.
Yes.
And, that was great. And my wife and I watched, because we didn't get to watch last week, so we watched them both back to back.
Yeah.
And it was like, what was the point of last week's episode?
Oh, with the doctor?
Yeah.
Dr. What's his name? Pershing?
Doctor doesn't have a brain anymore.
He either he's a clone or he has a clone.
Sure.
Because in one of the because he was in Book of Boba Fett also. He was in the previous
he was in season 1
somewhere. Yeah. He had a little pin, and it was one of those two people side by side pins. It was like the clone buddy pin that they all had to wear on Kaminoa, so they could see who are the clones, and stuff like that. Yeah.
I still don't understand what that had to do with the storyline of The Mandalorian, but,
Well, it's because I think it's... I personally think it's what the girl, Arya or whatever her name was.
Yeah.
I think she's either still working for Gideon,
yes,
or
100%.
Is working for Thrawn.
Oh.
Because part of me wants to say that dogfight they had at the beginning with the TIE fighters, and then all of a sudden there were all those TIE fighters and a Star Destroyer.
But they weren't TAR fighters. That's the thing. They were TIE interceptors.
Or yeah.
But Thrawn left before TIE interceptors were a thing.
Yeah, but if he came back, he's going to assemble whatever he has at his...
Sure.
Yeah. But we had the space whales show up, so I don't know. It's just me hoping that we see Thrawn.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see where... obviously Bo-Katan was a little angry. TIE bombers aren't hyperspace capable. All those TIE bombers got there. Where'd they come from, Bo? you got to run.
Yeah.
To get out.
Yeah.
Um,
and her little drift move she did, where she popped the
with the
one wing,
wings.
and spun. Yeah.
The Mandalorian fighter.
Yeah. I mean, it would make more sense if that was Gideon's fleet, but
yeah, it would.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and her being a psycho, I'm just going to crank this up to 11.
Yeah.
And the throwback to "It's a Trap."
That
was hilarious.
It's a Trap part was great when they all. Yep. There's a pause beat.
Yeah, the Mon Cal was like, "What?"
Yeah. But it was good. It's very good.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll see little Grogu get a helmet by the end of the season.
Ooh.
I think he'll at least say his first words, because he tried to talk last week.
Sure. He could get a helmet. We'll see. Yeah. I don't think he's going to walk either path. I'm really hoping that Bo-Katan kind of just takes over and says, okay, yes, the code is one thing. We got to the real way, get back to the real way of Mandalorians.
Yeah. And she kind of already started leading a little bit that way. She was like, we, would climb stuff like this in our training, and really took charge and all. So, and now she has the night owl on one arm and the mythosaur on the other.
Yes, and the armorer seems less of a diabolical figure now.
Yeah, she definitely seemed very evil for a little bit, but she was
seasons.
Yeah,
like, what is this?
And poor little Grogu with his PTSD with the hammer thing going on. Like, poor little guy.
Got to face his code, right?
And he embarrassed Paz Vizsla's kid big time. Flipped all over him and then shot him 3 times.
Yeah. And nobody mentioned the fact that he has Beskar chainmail. Like everyone was. Nobody was surprised.
Why does he still have the burlap sack on? Just march around in your Beskar chainmail.
It's so warm and cozy.
I don't know.
It's cold.
Maybe. I don't know. But he's definitely like the looking at the dad on the sidelines, the little league. Like after that first hit, or he got hit twice, kind of looked like, Dad, do I really have to keep doing this?
Right. The worst thing is, what is going on with this run of Star Wars and collecting giant monsters?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, now they have the 3 bird creatures.
Right, they have the 3 giant raptors, and they Boba Fett's got a freaking rancor. What's going on?
Yeah, and I like. Yeah, are those 3 are they foundlings now, or are they just going to be mounts? Are they going to be food?
What do you need mounts for? You got jetpacks
that evidently don't have much of a range.
You apparently don't have very good range. Yeah, that is very interesting. And like I said, this is all good.
I'm excited with this stuff. So
they've not had a disappointment. I mean, Boba Fett wasn't my favorite, but it still was entertaining, and I loved watching it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So Andor finished very strong.
So I am 4 episodes into Andor now.
It takes a while.
Yeah, it is definitely, but
it's definitely a departure from Star Wars, what you think of the Star Wars show.
And I understand why, but it's weird seeing Mon Mothma as a different person. So, but what's his face? The guy that poses as the museum guy and all. What great acting when he's
awesome.
Does that flip back and forth.
Yeah.
So
and I'm kind of waiting to see Fulcrum.
So she's going to show up.
It's got to, right?
She's got to show up by the end of this season, because I mean, her show is
it next
this fall? Maybe
it might be the next thing out, right?
Yeah. So, good time to be Star Wars fans.
It's a great time to be a Star Wars fan, and I'm not missing movies.
Right? Yeah. No, I'm not either.
Yeah. My buddy was saying that he's watching Mandalorian with his son, but they just started like back in season 1, and they're watching 2 episodes a week.
Nice.
And his son is not used to watching shows serialized like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it was even tougher when we were kids when it was one episode a week.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then shows used to take breaks
Yep.
between mid-season breaks.
Yeah. And explaining to kids that, sometimes an episode, that's all it's an episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's its own contained story.
Yep.
It might just be a little spin-off thing. It's an episode. That's it. It's not filler. It's nothing. It's its own episode.
Yeah, go back and watch the X-Files, where like 1 in every 6 episodes has to do with the main plot.
Right.
Yeah, but it's we consume media differently these days.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. Daggone Utes and your Zunes.
I don't think the Utes are using the Zunes.
They might be.
I don't even think the Utes are using iPods anymore.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's strictly phones.
Yeah. So you watched Mandalorian. Have you watched The Last of Us?
I have not watched The Last of Us.
Because it's done now, so you could binge it if you wanted to.
Yeah, we'll see what we're done when the Mandalorian's done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are
you watching The Bad Batch?
I watched season 1. I haven't finished. Or is there 2? Was this the 3rd season?
This is the second season. Yeah, this is the second season.
Yeah, I've watched season 1. I haven't watched season 2 yet.
It's not bad. I just want to see how Omega ties into everything.
Sherry was like, "What's the Bad Batch?" And I was like, okay. There's these clones. They're broken. It's set like right at the end of the Clone Wars. All right, first got to watch Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Gotta watch.
Yeah, strap in for 7 seasons.
7 seasons of this.
Yeah.
And then we'll watch this, but you don't understand who Rex is unless you watch the Clone Wars. And then you really kind of want to watch Rebels.
Yeah.
Then you can watch Bad Batch. So I haven't watched season 2 of Omega.
Yeah. They should just be Omega and Friends.
Yeah. But yeah, I will get to it. It's on my list.
Cool.
I mean, I'm stuck in Salisbury for 3 days next week. I watch.
Oh yeah, you're helping out with that hazmat, aren't you?
Yep.
Oof. Do you need to stay here?
No, I'm just gonna get a hotel room.
No.
I like a nice hotel room once in a while.
Okay.
It's like a treat.
All right.
And then I was gonna bring the RV down, just park in the parking lot of the station.
Yeah, like that. There was that one guy that did that for some class.
For a hazmat tech class.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he did. He did it for the whole week for hazmat tech. My problem is I would only be sleeping in one night, and it's like not worth packing up the RV, driving it down.
I can see that.
Yeah. Running the generator for a night.
Yeah, that'd be a heck of a waste.
Yeah. So
fuel and everything else.
Yeah. Let's get a hotel.
Okay.
Or Sleep's Firehouse. Now that the C shift lieutenant doesn't snore, you can actually sleep on C shift.
Yeah, he snores pretty badly.
Real bad. And and you talk to him about it. He's like, yeah, I use my CPAP at night at home.
Yeah.
Well, why aren't you using it here?
I don't want to bother anyone.
Right. Meanwhile, you're pulling the paint off of the walls.
Yeah.
Just use your CPAP.
Uvula is damaged.
It's fine. No one minds the soft whir of a CPAP.
Right. Yeah. Just as long as you don't roll over in the middle of the night and twist the line so it whistles.
And you ooh. And every once in a while you put some hot sauce down the bottom of it.
Yeah. Spice it up. I wonder if that messed with his dreams at first.
I'm sure.
It gets really hot.
I don't think I dream at work. I think that's part of my problem. I don't think I ever hit a good
REM that's the
cycle.
thing. Yeah, you usually don't hit REM.
Yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure they hit it last night. There was not an ambulance call after 9:30.
Wow.
Yes.
That must be nice.
Yeah. This morning, I checked my phone in the morning, usually to see what the calls were overnight, and I looked, I was like, I guess Backstage is busted again. Got to work, and Phip's like, can you believe that? I said, oh.
I've had those nights, though, and you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I missed something.
Yeah.
I know I missed something. But no. Yeah, last shift.
Yeah.
Had that fire at midnight or 1, I can't remember what time, and then had to go to a skilled nursing facility to pick somebody up again.
Nice.
While there's 3 of them standing around her.
Wait, which one?
Mallard Landing.
Oh, yeah.
And freaking, it's. I don't. If you needed help, it's one thing.
Yeah.
The lady weighs like 250 pounds.
Right.
And they're always like, well, she's a big lady. I'm like, well, she's a big for a small lady, yes, but she's not big. We can show you big.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I'll put them on my list.
Put them on your list. Take them out.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. It's fun, again, is what, and that, like, the ambulance crew's like, do you want us to go because it's a nursing home? I said no, because I guarantee it's the same lady as it was last time.
They got to quit pushing her down.
Well, if you can't handle it, then she shouldn't be in your facility.
Right, yeah.
Stop charging her the
skilled.
tons of money you're charging her.
Yeah. Instead of assisted, put her in skilled.
Yeah. Well, she's in the compass unit, too.
Oh, even better.
So, really is no excuse.
Yeah. Bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
Well, ready for topic 1?
Yeah, topic 1.
All right.
Guess I'll go. Even though you prepared.
Guess I'll go.
Topic 1 is short and sweet because we do have a time crunch today.
Yeah.
Just checking our time.
We got plenty of time. We got 45 minutes or so.
We tend to ramble.
Yeah, well, the kids
we get on side tangents. But what are skills that you wish you had or you feel like you used to have and have atrophied? Because I can think of 2 that I really just have no excuse for not being good at them. I am terrible with Microsoft Word and terrible with Excel.
Yeah, those are definitely, gosh, and like, I don't know. The other day, somebody was like, "Yeah, can you make a pivot table?" I was like, "No."
Do I need like a special hinge?
Yeah, exactly. They're like, "Oh no, it's in Excel. You make a pivot table." I was like, "Here's the data. Please have fun with it."
Yeah. I really have no good excuse for not knowing those things.
Yeah,
and it just bugs me, and it only bugs me because I can muddle through Word.
Yeah.
Until some weird formatting thing happens.
Oh, so like, I will give you the out, though, because a lot of the formatting issue is something with the Salisbury Fire Department.
Well, I was going to say,
because
usually happens
none
when
of those memos
EPAs.
And things are formatted the right way.
They are not.
None of them.
None of them are. And I had to update a PDF file that's on our server, and I could not get it to update. And I literally had to, I think people are just setting the wrong permissions. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Chief, I need you to unlock this or just change this for me.
Yeah.
I can't do it. And it makes me feel so stupid. Because I used to feel like I was so good with computers. I used to be able to write websites. I could build a computer. I could do all of those things.
Oof.
Now I look at a Word document that's unformatted, not formatted correctly, and I'm like,
yep. I spent 5 minutes yesterday trying to type an SOG. Because every time I would try, because I'd already written it as a Chief's marching order or whatever, but they said put in a policy. And I tried to cut and paste some of it into the SOG or SOP, and it would, I would click. So my little caret is right beside the third Roman numeral. I would hit paste. It would put the Roman numeral underneath it. And I would delete, reset it, and it would do it again. And I'm like screaming in my office. Everybody's laughing. I'm like, "Oh, you're having a good time. Screw you."
Yeah. It's little form, like our EPAs are formatted poorly.
Yeah.
And whoever did it, and I don't know why.
Yep.
And my boss was like, because he's clicking in different boxes. Well, where I wrote, I made sure all of my fonts were the same.
Right. Yeah.
But then he would like click in the box that wasn't my font, and it would say 12. I'm like, no, they're all 11. It's just that somebody, for some reason, formatted this wrong.
Yeah.
And it's for some reason it types it in some weird font that I can't fix. I don't know. I give up. I'm just like, this isn't worth my effort.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and they also sent out the updated letterhead memo for the department. And it was reminded, people, make sure you're using that. I heard someone the other day, well, shouldn't it just update all the memos automatically? because they had an old memo that they had, and they were they used that, and they're like, well, I figured it just overwrote all the old memos. It's
Does
like,
that person work on my shift?
that's not how computers work.
Yeah. This
No, it
person,
wasn't.
the maniac who works on my shift, who has every email that's ever been
No.
sent to him.
No, it wasn't. No, it
Mm.
wasn't. But it's yeah. Computers are definitely one of those things. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it just feels like I've gotten left behind. I don't know. And
Yeah.
I'm not that old. I feel like I
Mm.
should maybe take a class or something.
No. No, because then you'll be in a senior learning class.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Look, you're talking to a guy who went back to college in 2016 to finish his degree with freshmen. And like it's like there's an 80-year-old man who's like that end of life goal is to get his degree, and then there's me, and then there's a bunch of 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
So you're older than the professor. Yeah, thank you.
When you're like raise your hand, and the professor goes, "Yes, sir."
Yeah. Yeah. And you walk into class and everybody's like, "Oh, the professor's here," and you sit down at a desk. What? Wait a
Yeah.
second.
What's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, but no, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I should take
Yeah.
a class for some stuff, because
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's also, I mean, it's ever changing and everything. Like I've seen people now that are talking about using, oh God, what is it called? Chat GP or whatever, the
Chat
AI.
GPT, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I thought about, seeing what it would do. I'm like, I'm terrified that, because all I hear is, AI or whatever. And I'm like, God, my computer's going to take me over or something.
I watched a cool video from Sorted Food about it, where
Okay.
they basically put ingredients into ChatGPT and it made random recipes for it.
Ooh,
It was pretty cool. Now
that's kind of neat.
they purposely put bad ingredients in there. I think if you had put good ingredients, it would have been a much more interesting
Yeah.
experiment. But it was cool to watch. Yeah, that's something I would love to learn.
Yeah.
Like I'm so far behind. Like I don't do slide deck. Right?
What?
I'm still PowerPointing it.
Oh, yeah. PowerPoint.
Yeah.
PowerPoint.
You're not supposed to PowerPoint anymore.
Really?
Oh no, yeah, PowerPoint is like.
What's slide deck? Is that Google?
I think so,
Okay.
but PowerPoint's like the no.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, supposed
Huh.
to move past. But I don't know how to use it. So I do Google Docs, but nobody in the fire department does, so it doesn't help me.
Yeah, well, I use Google Docs. A slide deck is a collection of slides organized together to form a cohesive presentation. Presentation tools that allow presenters to share their ideas with an audience. Can you showcase? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's basically PowerPoint, but more general.
Yeah.
I don't know. And Adobe Acrobat is continues to be the biggest mystery of the world. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And God help you if you ever try to buy Adobe,
What?
because you won't even know what to buy, and then there's
No.
like an $800 version, and you're like, what did I buy?
Yeah. Yeah. Or you're like, oh well, I mean, this one that's $300, it must have everything I need, and it's like the $10 one is what you needed.
Yeah. They won't tell you that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you can't add that $10 one onto it. No. That's a whole separate icon on your computer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to be halfway decent at like working on a car, tuning it up, getting things going. And anymore, I'm like, that's a lot of computer under there. I know here.
Yeah. I still struggle with my Jeep problems. I'm on board with you on that. I mean, I can change the oil in 60% of the cars I have.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like, changing oil, air filters, things like that. But I mean, I used to be able to like listen to it and be like, oh yeah, it sounds like there's a little bit of a tap and adjust rider arms and mess with the distributor and change timing and things. And yeah, no.
Weirdly, cars was never my thing.
Yeah.
I never spent the time, because I guess I feel like when I was a kid, you had the choice of either being a computer nerd or a car nerd.
Yeah.
And I chose computers.
And I wasn't a full car nerd, but it was like one of those things. It was like, I think it was because my uncle, he was a mechanic and always worked on things, but it was anytime he got a vehicle and he instilled it in me, it was the first thing you did was you bought the Haynes or the Chilton manual to go with it. Because if you had to take that thing to, somewhere to get it fixed, that was, a mark of embarrassment. So it's got all these blowout diagrams and everything. You're like, oh, okay, and looking at this. But then again, back then, the engine was 5 pieces.
Yeah. And
So,
you needed
I mean,
to.
I can remember you used to be able to take a long screwdriver, put it on the motor, hold your ear to it, and you could tell which valve was messed up.
There's valves.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you could tell which ones were sticking, where you had your taps, if you had a spark knock, things like that.
Yeah, no, not my thing. But I used to be able to take computers apart, and
Yeah.
now I tried to build my last computer, and I almost was like, this is. Also, I think oddly because it got so much more expensive.
Yeah.
Parts for cars and parts for computers used to be
Oh, yeah.
much more affordable.
Yeah, you could drive to AutoZone and be like, "Hey, I need a transmission." That'd be $50.
Right. Yeah.
Or they had you could go to the junkyard and you could take the parts off an old junker car and get them super cheap and then take them home and use them.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. My wife's battery in her car died. It's just an old battery. It's a
Yeah.
7-year-old car. It's probably a 7-year-old battery, needs to be replaced. But
Yeah.
just catches you off guard when it happens.
Yeah.
And get it jumped, take it AutoZone. I'm like, can you check the battery? And they're like, yeah, your battery's dead. And I'm like, all right, put a new battery in. And it's the girl behind the counter is like, here you go, here's battery. And I'm like, no.
Peasant.
It says you install
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah.
But then I ended up installing it anyways because she never looked at, like, there was no part of her that she's like, well, this is a guy. He's just going to install the
Yeah.
battery. I'm
Yep.
like,
Exactly.
you're talking the wrong dude.
Yeah.
But I did it.
You should have brought Duran in there. They would have automatically said, "Here, we got this."
Yeah.
Now, is her battery easy to get to?
Yes.
Okay.
Handily on that vehicle. It's
Oh
it's
my
the
God.
one thing on a Subaru that's easy to get to is the battery.
My wife's last vehicle, it was in the floor in front of the rear passenger seat.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it was this tray that was you had maybe a 16th of an inch on each side to like get it down in there. So getting it out was fun because batteries don't have a handle on the top anymore. So I
Well,
had like
yeah.
2 screwdrivers. So I'm like wedging it and slowly picking it up. And, I'm like,
That's fun.
kids, put a wedge in there. And they're like, what?
It's not expensive or however or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got the battery was $100. And that was the cheap version.
Oof.
I was like, man, batteries have gotten.
Was that before or after the core charge?
That was after.
Jeez.
So turning in the core was $100.
Wow.
Yeah. It's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course they give you their little toolkit, and it's like, I think I needed a 10 millimeter.
Yeah.
And of course they had an 8 or a 12.
Oh, of course, yeah. Why would you have a 10?
Why would you have a 10?
Yep.
But I got it done, taken care of. I felt like it was like a good, this is sexist to say, but a good manly day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fixed the battery in my car. I did something else too.
Killed a bear.
Killed a bear. Yeah. What else did I do? Man, I was so proud of myself for a second there. Now I can't even remember what it was. Short-term memories, first thing to go.
Yeah. You talk about another skill, math.
Oh,
I used to be so good at math. I mean, I took organic chemistry 1 and 2, micro, and all these things in college. I had to use like big math for, and like my daughter's working on calculus stuff, and I'm like, that looks like calculus. Yep, definitely
like
calculus. So I'm like looking for the app that you can like scan a formula and it'll tell you how to do it. Which, did you know there are things like that?
No.
Yes, there are apps that you can scan, with your camera, and it'll tell you how to figure out the formula. Yeah, amazing.
Where was that when I was in school?
Exactly. Yeah.
I was never good at math. I never cared for it. I was very happy to be done with math as a concept in my life.
See, I liked math because it was knowns.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did well geometry.
Geometry was fun.
No, I'm definitely of the arts side of arts and sciences.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely math and science. Yeah, that's the other thing. I used to be able to name an animal, from species all the way up to kingdom.
Well,
And
you are the Salisbury Fire Department's resident biologist, so
yeah, I am. Yeah.
yeah.
But the other day, the coati died at the zoo.
I saw that.
I was sad, and the guy's like, "Oh, who cares about that?" I was like, "It's a coati. They're lovely little creatures."
It was 17 years old.
No, it was 15.
Oh, 15.
It was 15, and their usual lifespan's about 14 years old in captivity. So,
Had a good life.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it did, but it was still sad. I like seeing the little guy.
Yeah,
So, and they said it was the only one. I thought they had multiple coatis there, but maybe I'm wrong. I haven't been to the zoo in a while.
I've been to the zoo. Well, Brad Berger and I were last time. That was last time I went
Oh
to the zoo.
gosh, yeah, that was a while back.
This was a while back when he almost got eaten by the jaguar. I was gonna let that happen too.
Yeah, he's just slowly leaning back. Yeah, I don't.
I was gonna say the one skill that I would teach people or tell people to make sure you keep up on is cooking.
Yes,
The amount of people that don't know how to cook.
it's mind-boggling.
What do you do every day when you're not with other adults?
Yeah, yeah.
How do you
Eat
feed
a lot
yourself?
of ramen.
And it's like you don't even have to cook. I'm not asking you to cook, 5-star, 5 Michelin star meals here. Like,
but learn how to make a grilled cheese.
Yeah, a hamburger, or something other than a box of mac and cheese.
Oh gosh.
And a can of green beans.
Oh.
And
I get in my argument with my wife with that all the time. She's like, "Oh, we'll just get a can of green beans." I was like, "No, we'll get fresh green beans and we'll saute them." Then they taste funny. I'm like, no, they taste like green beans. They don't taste like can mush.
The only canned vegetable that's acceptable is tomatoes.
Well,
and that's a fruit.
Yeah. Well, no, carrots, because it comes in that, or yams, because it comes in that syrup, and then you add more brown sugar to the syrup.
No. No.
Golly never. Day. God, that was so sweet.
Yeah. Never yams. Sometimes corn, but frozen corn's better.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I would say corn, canned corn is good as long as it's still the crisp, nice corn. Like there's nothing worse than biting into corn that's mushy.
Yeah, I'm not just
like an ear. Like I can remember, an ear of corn. You're biting into it, and if you get one of those that doesn't pop, I almost want to throw it away.
Well, it's fair.
Yeah.
I don't really like to eat corn unless it's on the cob.
Yeah.
Like if someone's like, "Here's a plate full of corn," I'm not going to be really excited for it.
But if it's roasted corn,
what?
What if it's like roasted corn?
Like it's on the cob?
Sauteed up and, some spices and everything in it. Almost like a hash.
Not interested.
No. Okay.
No.
And see, my wife makes fun of me because, I love corn on the cob. I'll sit there and eat a dozen ears probably.
Sure.
But I do the typewriter machine, and I eat like an animal when I eat corn.
Another way to eat corn?
Yeah. I don't know. There was one time we were in public, and I was like, something I got came with a ear of corn, and Sarah was like, "Are you sure you should be eating corn today?" It's like, what is that? What do you mean? She's like, "You're kind of messy. You're gonna make a scene." I was like, "I don't care. I don't know these people. Never see them again in my life."
Yeah, I don't care what other people think of me.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you got to learn how to cook and season. Because there are some people that can cook, but they don't understand what seasoning is.
We had to cook, or we didn't have to. I cooked for my buddy over the camping trip, and of course he's had a stroke, so have to cut down on the salt. I'm like, this is not good food.
No, salt is amazingly versatile in what it does.
It's not fair to me to eat bad food because you had a stroke.
You could have Mrs. Dash. Isn't that one of the salt alternatives?
Yeah, well, I don't have any of that.
Yeah. Or you know what? You give him some extra salt. It'll toughen him up.
Yeah.
I
don't think that's...
No, that's not. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was proud of myself a couple weeks ago. I had a parallel park and did it no problem.
Huh.
That's a skill I retained a little bit, I guess.
That's a good point. That's the nice thing about the Jeep. You can parallel park that thing anywhere.
Yeah.
It's hard to parallel park. It actually is like a whole different skill because like you have backup cameras.
Yeah, that'll throw you off.
Looks you in different ways and
yeah. Remember when we took our test and they made us parallel park a fire truck?
No, they didn't.
Or they didn't do that for Delaware. Maryland, you had to. I was like, when am I ever going to parallel park this?
Well, it's
because it's a generic test.
Helping somebody take their test recently, and I'm like, when would your firefighter ever do any of these things?
Yeah.
We don't even alley dock. It's not a thing we do. We sure as heck don't, before every call, go, okay, I'm going to start at the windshield.
Yeah.
I'm going to check all of the
I need to check the tension of the wiper arm.
And because one of the things on the test for MVA is check the hub seals. Well, as now I've seen a hub seal break, you are going to know that the hub seal is broken. You're not going to have to look for it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's why this where they're like, well, you didn't verbalize that there were no puddles underneath the vehicle. Well, if there was a puddle, I would verbalize it.
Right. Yeah. No, they backed that ambulance in and the hub seal burst. Oof. And I was like, what have you done? You've murdered
you murdered the ambulance.
Man. What's happened?
Oh, gosh.
I have to call the boss, be like, should we drive an ambulance without a hub seal? I feel like that's something we shouldn't do.
Nah, you shouldn't really drive far without that.
Yeah. I didn't even want to drive it around the building. I was like, let's just leave it there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's, things we break in the fire department.
We break a lot.
Well, we use a lot. Use them rough.
I mean, that's the thing. Yeah.
Well, it's like all these people that are buying old ambulances and turning them into RVs. I'm like, do you know how badly those ambulances were mistreated?
Yeah.
And it's not that they're mistreated on purpose. It's just the way fire departments operate is not good for diesel engines.
Yeah.
Like real bad. Why do we use diesel engines ambulances? Why don't we use gasoline?
The mileage is ridiculous. Yeah, they are just not fuel efficient.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
But when we get better, we feel like we blow up a motor every time we have an ambulance.
Part of that is, part of that has to deal with the manufacturer. Part of that has to deal with the maintenance. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It feels like how we drive ambulances is real bad for diesel engines.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, there's nothing good about what we do for. I would say a skill that most people also need to know is like how to stay fit, and it kind of goes on with the cooking, but know that you should walk around and stretch and do things like that on a daily basis.
Yeah, the number of people, and I've been guilty of this in my lifetime, but then as I get older, I'm much more cognizant of it. It's like just getting up and walking.
Yeah,
once a day.
Yep.
A mile a day is, if you read the studies, like 1 mile or 20 to 30 minutes of walking a day is like game changing.
Yeah, it is.
It's, you don't have to do P90X every day.
No.
And it's great when you can do it, but just walking.
Right.
I've been reading a lot of health studies about walking, and it's like every study agrees that just light walking is the best thing for you.
Oh, yeah.
And just getting up and doing it is crazy. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health.
Yeah, I mean, today it was nice outside, so the last part of the day, work day, I threw on my tennis shoes and, walked around the block.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we try to walk every morning. We didn't walk this morning because it was raining this morning.
Yeah.
We'll probably walk after this podcast.
Yeah.
since it's
Yeah,
not
we
raining.
usually try to walk after dinner, walk the dogs.
Yeah, we try to walk. Like I said, first thing in the morning, get up, brush teeth, go out and walk. It's getting to be a ritual. But it's a great. I mean, it's nothing more than just limbering up your body and making sure your
Exactly.
joints work.
Yeah.
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 You don't need to do the Jocko 5,000 workout. You just need to walk.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You don't need to run a marathon. You don't need to, yeah, do any of
Now, if
that.
you want to train for a marathon,
Oh yeah.
that's a
Be
whole
my
other.
guest. Yeah. Have at it.
It's
But
a whole other program. Yeah, we have a marathon Saturday morning in town. So I get
oof.
to come home from work and there's gonna be a marathon running through town. So
Do you need some extra batteries to chuck at them?
I'm just gonna avoid them. They're only giving them 4 hours total.
Whoa.
The whole thing. It's a 1 hour. It's 8 to 12. That's it.
Wow. That's a that's a clip.
Yeah,
Shoo.
yeah. I mean, I know the fast people do in like 2.5.
Yeah, because they're animals. I mean, I don't know what is chasing them, but God, stay out of its way. Oof. Yeah, that's like that one kid. Was it last year, or year before? It was like he had something insane. It was like a 7-minute average mile or something doing a marathon.
Mm.
Something crazy like that. I was like, what? No.
For fun, quote
Yeah.
unquote.
Yeah.
Well, you want to move on to topic 2 since we are running out of time. I
Sure.
told you we would do that.
Yeah, it's fine. We got time. Topic 2. So, and I texted you about this earlier, so you had a little briefing or, get it in your mind. But I want to talk about what a normal weekend was when you were like 14, 15, before you had a car, but, you're still out and about, kind of active doing stuff.
Yeah, so I thought about it, and the first thing I thought about was that was, let's say, during the school year,
Yeah.
a weekend during the school year, I was at school so much. I did drama. I
Okay.
did, so that was 2 different times a year you did drama. I did stupid science Olympiad and was the Texaco challenge and all that stuff.
The Texaco challenge?
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
It was like this trivia thing for high school kids. You didn't have the Texaco challenge down here?
No, I graduated with 60 other people.
That's fair.
Okay. We didn't have drama. We didn't have
You didn't have drama?
football. No, we didn't have drama. We didn't have football. We didn't have lacrosse.
Well, what did you do all day?
It was either wrestling or baseball or something like that in school.
Man.
That's why I played baseball for 4 or 3 years in high school and hated it.
Oh. Yeah, I played. So I was thinking about 14. You're what? 10th grade?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That
9th, 10th, somewhere around
9th,
there.
10th grade, somewhere depending where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was in the high school play every year for 4
Mhm.
years.
I was in chorus.
I didn't do chorus.
Yeah.
That took up a lot of. But I was thinking about it. I was like, how did I get there? Oh yeah, my parents had to drive me, or I
Yeah.
walked.
Yeah.
I was lucky that I lived about a mile from a school, so I walked.
You ride your bike.
Weirdly, I didn't have a bike in high school.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't have a bike until after. Well, I had a bike in college that got stolen,
Oof.
and then I didn't get another bike until probably 02, 03.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I had a bike. Maybe my freshman year I had a bike, but then I didn't
Okay.
have one after that.
Yeah.
It's just weird for somebody who now has a fleet of bicycles in his house.
Yeah.
But maybe that's why.
Yeah. Yeah. You're making up.
Yeah, I can remember before in the younger times, we would ride our bikes everywhere on the weekends.
Yeah.
Luckily, when I was 15, my best friend was a year older than me, so he had a car.
Okay. Yeah. That
So
makes things
that
easier.
helped. I did caddy. All my
Okay. Yeah.
weekends were spent caddying. At
Yeah. We
15.
didn't have a golf course.
There's a golf course near you.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
There is
Nutters?
not when I lived in Sharptown.
Well, I didn't live next to the golf course. I had to get to. I had to drive to
No,
the golf course.
no.
It was probably a 25-minute drive.
We had to either shuck pickles or
Shuck pickle.
I don't know.
Look, th- this is how I know my parents loved me, or especially my father. He would get up at 5:30 in the morning on his days off and drive me to the golf course, and especially over the summer, and leave me at the golf course because he worked second shift,
Wow.
and he would leave me at the golf course until he had to go to work, and then he'd come pick me up, or my mother would pick me up. So
Wow.
I'd be
Yeah,
there from
that's
5:30 to 5 most weekends and summer days. I loved it. It
yeah.
was great. I don't think I ever remember eating. I know I never showed up with a lunch bag.
yeah.
I don't. I was talking about this the other
There's
day.
probably like a hot dog stand or something.
Yeah, but no, there wasn't.
No?
Not at that golf course. That was a fancy
Oh.
golf
Well,
course.
you
And
probably had a lobster roll or
we weren't
something.
allowed in the clubhouse.
Ooh.
Yeah, unless we were needed for something.
So is it like Caddyshack and you had a little hut?
We literally. So the golf course I worked at was this fancy ass golf course called the Wilmington Country Club. I don't know if it's still this way, but you weren't allowed to have carts unless you had you were handicapped.
Okay.
And even if you had a cart, you had to have a caddy. So there was a cart shack for when the tour was there, because by the tour PGA and LPGA rules, they have to have carts.
Yeah.
So there was a cart shack, and then right next to that was this little shed that had tables and chairs and a TV, and we just sat in there all day until they called us up to caddy.
Yeah, I
And
just did a quick Google search of the Wilmington Country Club, and yes, it's definitely bougie.
it's very bougie.
For more
I
than 100 years, we've embraced a unique, sophisticated, and welcoming culture that caters to the new and old generations alike, creating lasting memories and a home away from home.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'll never be able to afford to be a member of the Wilmington Country Club. But I
Wilmington
was.
Country Club has been solidified as one of the finest and most prestigious clubs in the country. And as our members already know, Wilmington Country Club is truly a special place.
It is a beautiful course. I'll give
yeah.
them that.
Oh, yeah. The pictures look delightful.
Yeah. But no, I worked a lot when I
Yeah.
was 14, 15. So during the day, I was working.
Yeah.
At night, I was out with my friends.
Yeah.
We would stay out till 10 o'clock at night, midnight.
Oh,
If it
yeah.
was, wasn't a school night.
Right.
We'd just be out. I just feel like we never did anything. There was nothing that was ever useful. It was always fucking around.
Oh, yeah. No, we were not curing anything or
Yeah.
thinking about anything. Yeah. I mean, I can remember like a weekend, or a day off from school or something like that. Yeah, I would usually weasel my way to staying at my grandmother's house the night before because she lived in Sharptown. I lived outside. And that way I could get up, I'd get my bike, and we'd meet up. And 3 or 4 of us would ride down to Wix, which is a little store that was at the foot of the old bridge. And Wix, we would get, a thing of night crawlers and a breakfast sandwich and a Mountain Dew or something, and we go ride our bikes like another, like, I don't know, couple hundred yards and go fishing for a while. Bring the fish back up. Usually, there was somebody up there at the bridge that would want the fish or buy them or take them or whatever, or we just throw them back. We probably do that till lunchtime. Then we ride our bikes to somebody's parent or grandparent or just somebody we knew's house because we knew they would feed us. And they would typically, oh, yeah, we'll cook you a chicken or whatever because they're insane. And then, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. And
Did
then
you
we
live in Mayberry?
pretty much, yeah. Then we'd ride down to like the soccer field or whatever and play football, or we'd play in somebody's yard and we'd play. I am sorry, folks. This is what they called it at the time: smear the queer.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Or we would develop our own game like tree ball or something where you had to take at least 5 steps with the ball, and if you threw it and hit the tree, you got a point, and all kinds of weird stuff like that.
We would shoot bottle rockets at each other.
Yes.
Because we were dumb.
Yep. You take the BB guns, and you were only allowed 2 pumps before you shot somebody.
No, we didn't do that.
Oh, yeah, we would. And then
Not
you would hear
maniacs.
somebody. You're like, oh god, this is gonna hurt. We would play war all throughout the town. And it's just, I guess the town just knew because we would go through everybody's yard. But there were weekends, like we would set it aside, and there were all these little maniacs dressed in camouflage with army guns. And we would split up and have like different factions. And like, it was like capture the flag almost. But yeah, we would like go through the entire town like this. We're like going through people's sheds and up in trees and through bushes. And yeah,
Man, I
if
feel like
somebody did that now, like if I looked out and there was some kid in my bush, I would go out there with a broom.
We're just playing war, Mr. Short.
Yeah.
Get away!
Get out of my yard!
Steal my apple pie.
You disturb the birds. But
Yeah,
and I mean, we'd find some place to go for dinner. Somebody's parent or grandparent would feed us, and we'd watch TV or.
So we
would be riding our bikes down the street, and people would say, "Are you boys hungry? Come on in."
What?
Yes. Or would you like some ice cream? I mean, it was just like the entire town took care of us.
Definitely a different viewpoint in the town I lived
Oh,
in.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we didn't. I mean, in my neighborhood, there was probably only 12 kids my age
Okay.
when I was 14, and I only hung out with like 2 of them.
Yeah.
That was it. And my rascally ass brother.
Well, there was like the tight knit, like 4 or 5 of us, but there was like a group of like at least 30.
How many times did you have to watch, paint picket fences there, Tom Sawyer?
We didn't paint picket fences.
Oh, went up down the Mississippi River, took the raft up the Nanticoke into Seaford.
Yeah, and then as we got older, we would ride our bikes down to the wharf, and we'd take our boats out and do all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, we would go skiing or, just go fishing off the boat or go muskrat hunting or whatever, or trapping. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no, none of this. This is, you have a completely, this is, I was working.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we made money with the muskrats.
No, I had a job. You had to go to work.
That was the job. You had to check the traps. Seriously, we would get,
I'm not saying it's not
X amount to check the traps, and then if per muskrat, you got more to it.
But it really sounds like
we would work the farm.
Adventures of Huck Finn over here.
We work on the farm. You got to, pick tomatoes and squash. Oh gosh, squash and zucchini were the worst because all the prickles on the vines. You get so cut up.
What year did you grow up in?
What do you mean?
It sounds like the grapes of wrath. What the hell are you talking about?
Yep. Picking watermelons, and every now and again you would drop one accidentally, and really that was just so you could rip the heart out of it and get some sustenance for the day.
What?
And then the off season, you would bale hay and straw, and depending on how it was being...
Was this 1943?
No, this is the 90s.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well,
you either drove the tractor, you stacked the bales, or you tossed the bales. So, because there was one person that the bale would come up the chute and it would come out, and then the first person grab it and throw it behind them. The next person would toss it up, and then you would stack them, and you had to do like Tetris, like horizontal and then vertical.
I worked at a Dunkin' Donuts cleaning the floors. What's wrong with you?
What's
I got
wrong
a paycheck. I had to pay taxes.
Yeah, because most of that was under the table for us. So.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
You got paid in kind. Here's a bottle of Shine. Go on down, boys. Have yourself a good time. Go down to the barn. We're having a sock hop. What?
We never had a sock hop.
What the hell world are you living in?
We go to the turkey shoot.
Oh, my God.
Do you know what a turkey shoot is?
I'm assuming it's you shoot turkeys, but...
No, you don't shoot the turkeys. No, it was usually at the American Legion, and there would be a target on like a 4x4 post. Well, a few. There's like 5 or 10, depending on what it was. There's a paper target they would put on it, and it was based on the age and the type of gun you're using and what round it was or whatever. Like, all right, it's the junior silver turkey shoot. round. You go up there and you get your 20 gauge and you sight in. You take one shot, and whoever had the most that were around the bullseye won the turkey for that round. And then second place got like a ham, and then third place got a chicken.
What, a real turkey?
Yes, like a frozen turkey. Yes. This
You're
is
13 years old. Here's your turkey. What are you supposed to do with a turkey?
Yeah, well, you'd also get a trophy, but it was all about getting a turkey. I mean, seriously, it was like, I can remember my old man be like, boy, you better get one this year. I mean, that'd be a good Thanksgiving dinner.
I really feel like I'm listening to Huck Finn. This is not my experience at all. I mean, we, well, as soon as we had cars or access to a car, as soon as one of us turned 16, we were never home.
Oh, yeah. I mean, once we turned 16, then we all had to put CB radios in our cars so we could play CB tag.
Oh, God. Oh, Lordy.
You never played CB tag?
No. I don't own a CB.
Yeah. Well, and also we were, we were older, so we didn't play hide and seek. We called it hide, so it sounded cooler. But I can remember we were like 18, 19. I can remember being in college, and we would go to somebody's house for a party or whatever. And sure, we'd party for a little bit. And they're like, all right, it's dark enough. 20 minutes till hide. Everybody get their camo on and everything, and then off you go.
What?
Yes.
In college?
Yeah. Well, college age. Yeah.
Okay, that's definitely not what I did in college.
Well, no, I did other things, obviously, but yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. I mean,
guys would like paint their faces, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Ghillie
sometimes
suits.
I forget that you're a hillbilly. And this is a stark reminder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The shore lifestyle, folks. Like,
yeah. And that's why I wanted to bring this up, because I figured it'd give you some good laughs too.
I did not. It's so far outside of my experience.
Yeah.
As a 14-year-old in northern Delaware.
Yeah.
It's like I weirdly this had nothing to do with your conversation. We were talking about 14. I was sophomore in high school probably. Yeah. I think I lived off Pop-Tarts. I don't remember eating food other than Pop-Tarts and beef jerky for a year.
Cheesy toast is a big one for me.
Well, see, Pop-Tarts was what they sold at the little store in the school. Because we had a store in our school.
Nah, we didn't have a store.
Well, of course not, because you wouldn't have made any money. Did your school do Famous Amos cookies at least?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hot cookies? Oh, baby.
Yeah, you had to get them at the right time. Oh, and the best tater tots. When they added the ranch powder shaker to the tater tot, or the lunch line, that was a game changer. Ranch powder on tater tots and French fries.
I don't think I bought lunch. I'm telling you, I have real memories of not eating lunch for 4 years of my life. Yeah. I don't remember, in high school and college, I don't think I ate lunch.
Yeah.
This wasn't a thing.
I would sometimes. It depends.
Yeah. By the time I went to college, I mean, you go to the dorm and you went to the dining hall, but you really didn't go to the dining hall for lunch. You went for breakfast and dinner. That was it.
Yeah. See, I was a commuter, so I don't know.
Yeah. And you ate crappy ass dining hall food. That's some of the best meals I ever had in life were dining hall food, because we just all sat the big same group of us all sat around the table together for 4 years.
Yeah. I'm sure that is amazing.
Yeah, we didn't play hide though. We weren't like, all right, everybody, spoons down, hide.
Spoons down. Oh gosh.
We did play. I mean, I guess by then we did laser tag.
Yeah,
but no hiding.
Yeah, but see, you had to go to some bougie place and play laser tag.
Bougie. Yeah. The real bougie, shady ass place down. 14. 14 might have still been roller rink time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we would go. Yeah, I'd get on Friday nights, get dropped off at Skateland.
Yeah, we had the Ellsworth roller rink, which is the shadiest place in the world. It's literally under an overpass.
Nice.
Yeah, it is super shady. Or we went to the one in Christiana. Or bowling lane. Oh, we went bowling a lot.
Yeah.
We went bowling. Bowling in my time frame was like the thing everybody did.
Yeah.
Like you would
Yeah.
see
My dad
everybody,
was in a league.
but it was just high school kids doing it.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Oh,
like old guys. Well, maybe they probably had league nights and stuff,
yeah.
but like every high school kid on a Friday night, we would all go bowling, and you go bowling, and then you go charcoal pit for ice cream.
Okay.
That was like the Friday night.
Our youth group would go to bowling a lot.
Yeah, we went bowling a lot.
Yeah.
I was never any good at bowling.
I wasn't great, but I always had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roller skates. Did you have your rollerblades?
I did have rollerblades.
Yep.
I broke I had rollerblades right up until I broke my wrist.
Ooh.
And then I never rollerbladed again.
My mother, she was fine with me wearing roller skates, but once I got rollerblades, I had to wear the wrist guards. And it was like a molded plastic thing.
Oh yeah, I remember them. I was skating backwards down a hill and broke my fall with my arm.
That's not good.
Yeah. Well, I got up and I was like, huh, that's not right.
Yeah.
Then I sat in my couch for 4 hours waiting for my mother to get home before I went and got to the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
To get it set.
Oof.
Yeah.
Man's man then.
Still have some weird things with my wrist because of it.
That could do it.
Yeah. But no, we rollerbladed. We played basketball a lot. We had basketball on my street, like the 3 houses. But my street, I lived on a court.
Yeah.
And the people who lived at the top of the court were all these old people who didn't want you around their houses. So I lived on the curve. So we're always playing basketball on the curve. So you're always, take a couple shots. Up, gotta move. Everybody get off the road. Because here comes asshole in his Jag.
Yeah. Oh, it is Jag.
I drive a Jaguar. Yeah, the guy at the end of the street always drove his Jaguar. Oh, he's an asshole.
Yeah, we didn't play basketball.
We
played this game where you took the potato and you threw it in the peach basket.
No, come on. I can't take it anymore. Can't take it anymore. Your folksy wisdom. We did definitely had. It's funny. Speaking of the shore lifestyle versus where I live, I guess Andrew Quillen was on shift the other day and he's looking at Google Maps. I don't know why he does. He goes to Google Maps all the time. Yeah. He's like, look at this town. They got 2 schools. I'm like, of course what do you mean they have 2 schools? Well, Snow Hill, we only got 1 school.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's 500 people live in your town. Of course you only have 1 school. What are you talking about?
I bet that man's played hide.
She probably has. But I was like, well, how many people do you think live in that town, Quillen? Oh, I don't know, like 800? I'm like, let's try 20,000.
Jeez.
That's 2 schools. Come on, man. You're killing me. I mean, Salisbury has 2 schools. There's 3 schools within half a mile of each other for some reason.
Yeah.
You're a weird county.
You want to know what the population of Sharptown is?
441 people.
Oh, no. 687.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, we've been above 600 for the last 30 years.
I saw Delaware finally hit 1 million people.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at us. We're big. And 700,000 of them live in my county.
No, they live in Sussex County.
No, it's 700,000 live in my county.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Nobody lives in Kent County. That's the thing people don't understand about Delaware.
Yeah, there's like 4 people that live in Kent County.
Yeah.
It's like a special handshake.
Well, they all know each other.
Yeah.
They're all named Earl.
And they're all related.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy, like, seeing my neighborhood has more than 600 people living in it.
Jesus.
I wonder what the population of my neighborhood is.
Maybe like a township. That's not a neighborhood.
Let's look it up.
It's the Analtech neighborhood.
Yes, they changed their name. You guys made fun of it enough.
We made fun of it enough.
There are 14,000 people in my neighborhood.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
14,000. Good God, man.
There are 3,787 inhabitants per square mile.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's of the 2000 census. Where's the...
Shoo. God, Sharptown, there's probably like 2 people per square mile. And up until about 10 years ago, they still had a triple-decker chicken house.
Exciting?
Yeah, it was one of the last on the shore. Yeah.
And did you guys like have a party when you took it down?
No, we did not. They actually turned it into a storage unit for a little bit, and then part of it started to collapse, so they got rid of it.
Actually, the population density of Sharptown is pretty high.
Oh, yeah?
It's 1,587 people per square mile.
I wonder if that includes San Domingo.
Must be because they're not a square mile.
Yeah, well.
There's only 251 households.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, then it's just Sharptown proper.
Yeah,
in the corporate limits.
San Domingo school.
Yeah, San Domingo has school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Do they have a mayor?
No. Who? Sharptown?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sharptown has a mayor. They got town council.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who knew?
They had a de facto mayor for years.
What does that mean?
We never had an election. He was just the mayor. Yeah. It's like his own little fiefdom.
What?
Yeah.
It is the Nanticoke River you're on, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So if you leave Sharptown, you go south. You'll go down towards Vienna and Red Banks. If you go north, you'll go north was Red Banks and Blades and Seaford.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Seaford is right on Nanticoke as well.
Yeah. So
I don't know why they don't just give up the fact that there's 2 towns.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Let's
just call it Seaford, be done with it.
Yeah. Why,
when you Google Sharptown, is the picture hot dogs on a roller?
I don't know. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, the image is just... I've worked in Salisbury for almost 19 years now, and I've never been to Sharptown.
Oh, wait. This summer, I'm taking you to the carnival.
I couldn't even tell you how to get there.
Yeah. Oh, you'll find
There's a 4th Street?
Yeah. There's not a 2nd or 3rd, though.
No. That's not true.
Yeah. Well, folks, I think that's a good place to stop the podcast.
The worst part about Sharptown, fun fact, folks, the population in 1880 was 411. As of 2020, there's only 691.
Yeah. It's an exclusive club.
The boom was apparently in 1930 when it was 727.
Oof. Yeah.
It was the big years.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Why aren't there a 2nd and 3rd Street?
Maybe we'll figure that out in the future.
What? What?
Yeah.
Sharptown.
Yeah.
Well, folks, enjoy the rest of your Smarch.
Yeah. Last few days of Smarch.
It'll be April showers bringing May lions or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep. Watch out for the lions.
Yeah. Come join us on the Discord.
And also follow us on Twitter
at CLTruitt22.
Yep.
And take care, folks.
Yep. Be good to each other.